Hi, this is Mark, and I'm going to briefly go over the RemoteDash mileage documentation application. So you log in, and you select a device. In this case, I'll select the BMW 650. And up top, you hear this icon that I'm pointing at is the tax miles calculator icon. Click on that, and it'll bring you to the tax miles page for the device. And you see here on the top, we're in year 2015, and here we have a summary of your current tax mile status. It's mileage, business 1 miles, business 2 miles. We let you categorize into 4 different categories: business 1 miles, business 2 miles, charity miles, and medical miles. Then we provide a chart of miles per day that you've gone this year. Today's April 30th, so we have the data up till April 29th and the tax miles up to that day. So how do you enter the tax miles? Well, there's different ways. We have, as part of our application, you can have any trip that you've taken, conclusion of any trip, texted to you, and then you can enter the information on click on your mobile phone to record the tax miles. In this case, that's how it's occurring, and that's how the data is getting in here. Or you can go into this table and just enter your miles that falls into any of these categories: business, charity, medical, or second business, excuse me. And so you just enter them here. So as an example, let's say yesterday, the 29th, I know that I went 20 miles on business, I went 5 on charity, I went 4 on medical, and I spent 2 miles going to a second business. So I could do that, and then I would have to click this apply tax miles column to actually have that add up and show up in your summary column. If you enter miles here and don't hit apply tax miles, it will not change the mileage that you've got recorded. It will stay here. In fact, I'm going to remove that right now. We'll see we've got 875 tax miles on this device. I've entered this new data here for yesterday, and I'm going to say go ahead and save it. I get this message that says on March 26th, the tax miles exceed the vehicle miles, and that's really sort of an impossibility. So let's go ahead and I'll say I'll cancel, and I'll go down and look at March 26th. You see here that 16 miles, or the amount of miles the vehicle went, we reported 18 tax miles. Well, there could be some weird reason for that. It's probably rounding error. I'm going to leave that, so I'm going to go ahead and save data anyway and say OK. All right. So you see now my tax miles went from, was 875, now it's gone to 895 because applied tax miles is here. We've clicked apply tax miles for April 29th, so we entered the tax miles for it. So that is how you enter the tax miles for any particular day of the year. We go down all the way here to the 1st, and today is April 30th, so we have all the way up to April 29th. If it were December 31st, the last day of the year, we would have every day up to December 30th here for you to modify and enter your miles for tax purposes or for expense reporting or whatever. So that is how this table works. There's a couple other features. First of all, let me get rid of this because this is a device that's actually being used to record real tax miles, and I want to change that back to what I had there before, just so I can leave it the way it was. Save data. Back to 875, so now the table's back the way it was. A couple other things. You can go back to previous years. You go up to the tax icon when you're on the tax miles page. Hit that. You'll see now we've got 2014 and 2015 tax miles. 2015 year to date, and 2014. Click on 2014. Shows you your 2014 tax miles. So you modify that the same way I just described. There's one other feature here. You see this Monday through Sunday table here. What that allows you to do is actually select all of Monday. So let's just say that you knew every Monday you had tax miles. So I said, okay, well I know that. So when I click this Monday, every Monday in this chart will show up. So it's just a kind of a shortcut. I'm going to disable that. Now that'll disable every Monday. If I've manually already entered a Monday here, it'll erase that. So I don't want to do that. So basically means I'm not going to save the data on this page right now because again, I don't want to change this data which is actually being used to record tax file documentation. So I'll go back up here. And I didn't change anything. I'll go back to 2015, which is where we're at. The only other feature I want to show you now is that you can actually download this data. So go up here, you see this Excel icon. All you have to do is click on that. That will download it. I'm not so sure it's going to show up on the video, but if it does, it's downloaded. And now I'll just open it. This Excel spreadsheet of 2015 mileage documentation, and I'll go ahead and put this here, and you'll see that every day of this year we have now the tax miles in all of our categories. So you can save that to your PC, and you do that at the end of the year and for any year that you'd like. So I'll get rid of that. No, I'm not going to save that. Those aren't my miles. And that is it. Thanks for listening. Now I'm going to show you how to record the tax miles through, or the mileage through a mobile phone. On ignition off, we've configured this particular device to send a text to this mobile phone. And now we will just click on the link that's shown there. In order to access our cloud, hit open URL. Now we're into our cloud, and you can save the miles as appropriate to that particular trip. In this case, we'll save it to the business miles, and there you get the summary. So that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. It's completely optional as well. Thanks for watching.